All right, y'all, what are we talking about today? We're going to be talking about another pawn shop find. This is pawn shop find number 9. This one has a little bit of a backstory to it. I went by a pawn shop down in the Bay Area, and I saw this guitar like months ago. And, the price was, kind of on market value pricing what people are asking. But this is a pawn shop we're talking about. You should be getting really good deals from pawn shops. So, I say, hey, can I check out the guitar? I check it out, and I'm like, what do you think the best price you can do on this thing is? And this isn't a shop that I've bought for, so they don't know me. They don't try to make deals or anything like that. So, I was just throwing a shot in the dark, and they were like, well, you see the price tag, and to me, I'm just like, I'm over here trying to spend thousands of dollars when I know you probably paid half of that or less. If you pawned this, if you got this guitar from a pawn, you got it for pennies on the dollar. So I just kind of left it at that. Then didn't go there for months. Then I go back there. It was like 6 months later. I go there, and guess what's still there, hanging on the wall? Same guitar. And I'm like, hey, I talked to you last time. And you didn't really want to make a deal. It's been a few months. You guys want to make a deal on that thing? And they weren't a smartass then, right? So, we went back and forth. We arrived on a price. This one, not quite as good of a deal as I've landed on other things, but still under market value. What guitar is it? Let's check it out. Bam. So this is Ernie Ball Music Man, John Petrucci's signature Majesty in, what is this, Crimson, Iced Crimson. And what I really liked about it was that crazy design that they put on the wood. I guess that is actually directly on the wood somehow, that looks kind of like carbon fiber. This guitar is, simply put, they are quite fantastic. For a 7-string, it's incredibly light. The tuning stability is awesome, although one of the viewers recently pointed out that the on the chugs, the B string itself goes a little bit out of tune. So it probably needs some new strings or whatever, but what do you expect when you buy a guitar from any shop, especially pawn shops? But these, I have the action set a little bit on the high side because that's how I like my action. But I have tried it out lower, and it stays real low, really nice, and doesn't really fret out or buzz out or anything like that. Very, very well-made guitars. It's got a little boost, there. I forget how many dBs. It's around 20 or something like that. So far, I haven't used that. I don't really know what the hell JP would use that for, because he's got the JP2C, and plugging this into the JP2C, these pickups, they've got plenty output already. I suppose I could adjust it maybe a little bit better to give you a little bit different oomph in different areas or whatever. But I thought it was cool. These also have the piezo pickups. You can switch it on or off right here on this switch. So that would be the piezo on. That's in the middle is a blend, and then just your passive pickups that also have a cool boost. And it also does require batteries. The cool thing about these, if I remember correctly, I only messed with it once, was I think it takes 3 AA batteries. Let me see if I can pop it open. Yeah, just AA batteries. So that's pretty cool because they're a little bit more available and a little bit less expensive than, say, the 9 volts. But yeah, fantastic guitar. Yet again, at a pawn shop, you never ever know what you're going to find. You can find some seriously cool quality stuff. I remember one of my local pawn shops had a 60s Gibson Les Paul, and I should have bought it. But like a dummy, I didn't, and somebody else did, and they probably got a really good deal on it. So I'll have to be happy with things like this. The Iced Crimson JP guitar. And I was mostly curious. The reason why I bought this in all reality was because when I listened to John Petrucci's his tone check videos for the JP2C, it's got this certain growl, this certain sound to it that I was not able to replicate whatsoever. And in my head, I'm just like, they just have some studio magic going on. So I'm like, I got to get one of those guitars with those pickups. And he's used one of these in those videos. So I'm like, I got to get one of those with those pickups to see if that JP2C will make that sound. And sure enough, it did, right? So a lot of the times, pickups more than say tone wood or whatever the case may be, in my opinion, woods are mostly for show. You get most of your sound from the pickup, the location of the pickup in relation to the bridge. That's mostly it. And I have quite a few guitars, and I have guitars that I built out of plywood, and they still sound really good. So, to each their own. Everybody has their own opinion on that. But anyway, John Petrucci's signature, Ernie Ball on top of that, not a Sterling, an actual Ernie Ball at a pawn shop. A little bit under market value, like I said. Didn't get quite as good of a deal on this one as some of the other ones. But I had to have it, so I did. I got it. It came with the case and some actual Ernie Ball cleaner and things like that, all the little case candy and things like that. So very cool guitar from a pawn shop. As I've been saying, go check out your local pawn shops, support your local businesses, and I know they appreciate it, and you can get yourself some cool shit just by going in there. Never know what you're going to find. There are some of those more corporate pawn shops, and, they go to eBay. I've got actually the same pawn shop that not this one, but most of my other stuff came from. They're a local chain, but they've started selling on eBay too. But if you get in there and you talk to the guys, they'd much rather sell it to you than somebody on eBay and take the chance. Plus they have to pay all the fees, etc., etc. So go check them out. Check out your local mom and pop shops too, because you never know what you'll find there either. Could be some good stuff. All right, guys, if you like my content, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.